OnePlus 9 series smartphones are undoubtedly one of the most anticipated smartphones of this year. But looking at the hype that Xiaomi's Mi 11 has created, we can surely say that the Mi 11X Pro will be a blast too. So today we will compare the specs of these two phones and decide which one is better for the money. So let's start with the price. The OnePlus 9 Pro will be around 48,000 rupees in India and around 55,000 taka in Bangladesh. But for Mi 11X Pro it is still not clear, but it is expected to come with a price tag of 70,000 rupees and around 80,000 taka in Bangladesh. The sad thing is, for this extra bit of money we don't get a better screen on the Mi 11X Pro. It has a 6.67 inches Super AMOLED display which supports 120Hz, HDR10 Plus and a 1300 nits peak brightness. It is a Full HD Plus display with 395 ppi density and is supported by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. On the other hand, we get better pixel density on OnePlus 9. It has a 6.55 inches Fluid AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10 Plus. It is also a Full HD Plus display, but the pixel density here is 402 ppi. Under the hood, both phones will have Snapdragon 888 chipset with octa-core processors. For graphics rendering, both phones will have Adreno 660 GPU. There will be no SD card slots on both of these phones, and the base variant will start with 128GB UFS 3.1 storage on both of these phones. On camera section, Xiaomi's Mi 11X Pro will have better megapixels with 64 megapixel f1.9 primary camera and 8 megapixel ultra wide and 5 megapixel macro camera. But on OnePlus 9 we will have a 48 megapixel f1.7 primary camera and a 50 megapixel PDAF sensor and a 2 megapixel f2.4 depth sensor. There is no options for 8K recording on OnePlus 9, but in Xiaomi's Mi 11X Pro we will have this option to record 8K in 30 frames per second. For selfies, Xiaomi's Mi 11X Pro will have a 20 megapixel front camera, and on OnePlus 9 we will have 16 megapixel f2.4 selfie shooter. There will be electronic image stabilization with OnePlus 9 selfie shooter, but no stabilization for Xiaomi Mi 11X Pro. Both phones have loud stereo speakers, but there will be no 3.5mm jack on both of these phones. On sensors, OnePlus 9 will have fingerprint under the display, but in Xiaomi's Mi 11X Pro the fingerprint will be side mounted. And lastly, the battery will be 4500 mAh on OnePlus 9 and 20 mAh more on Mi 11X Pro. OnePlus 9's battery will support 65W fast charging in contrast to Mi 11X Pro's 33W fast charging.